Greetings, everyone. Today is August 27th, 2023, and to begin the day, we will start by greeting our Heavenly Parents and our true parents. Let us face our true parents. 천지 참부모님께 경배. 바로. Now let us recite 가정면세. 가정면세. 천일극 주인. 우리 가정은 참사라로 침싱하고 메르추 제척 정산세계와 대상적 지산세계 의를 통일을 향해 정진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. Our family, the owner of Cheon, pledges to strive every day to advance the unification of the spirit world and the physical world as subject and object partners by centering on true love. Thank you. And this morning, I would like to ask Mrs. Kara Pobans to offer our prayer.
You too. Please join me in prayer, brothers and sisters. Our loving Heavenly Parent and Father, Mother God, truly we are blessed to have our true parents and the divine principle. That is an example and also the written words of truth. Pray, Father, that we could come to a deeper understanding of that every day as we pledge today about the unification of the spirit world and the physical world. We are reminded that we're never alone, that everything that we do in cooperation with you and all of our ancestors, our brothers and sisters who came before us. Certainly the longing in their heart and the longing in your heart. And the longing in our heart to see the realization of your kingdom is so great. I pray that we can learn to cooperate with one another, that we can open our hearts and minds to receive your directives and really become the people that you have longed to see, the children that you have longed to embrace. Father, we want to be able to share in that love, that highest perspective of love, and that we can live out our potential as your true sons and daughters. Father, with that vision in our hearts and minds, we go forward today and pray that as we join together in the reading of our true mother's autobiography and the reflections that will be offered by Pastor Barbara, I pray, Father, that through our understanding of your word and through our discussion and enlightenment from one another, that we could come to a higher place this morning. It's with gratitude that we join together, and we just want to offer this time up to you now. I pray these things upholding the name of our true parents and in our names as blessed central families. Adieu.
Adieu. Adieu. Thank you so much for your beautiful prayer this morning. And now let us do some light stretching and strengthening. And yes, Koji, music, beautiful. All right, let's reach for the sky, brothers and sisters. The heavens, or the spirit world, maybe your ancestors are stretching with us too. Yes, breathe in and breathe out. And now bring your arms down. Okay. And now let us turn our head sideways as we also stretch our arms. We're gonna try to multitask today. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay, turn your neck also. Stretch your neck and your arm. Okay, switch. Go to the other side. Bend your neck lightly. Don't force it. And then I can stretch your arms as well. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay. I don't know if that worked, but all right. And then we'll twist our bodies, our upper body as well. And if you're standing, you can like also twist your bodies like this way, going back and forth. If you're sitting, you can use whatever is around you to grab the sides and twist your upper body. Okay. Awesome. Okay, let's get some out, get some more out, twist back and forth. Okay. And now let's do some shoulder raises. Bring your shoulders up and bring it down. Up and bring it down. Yeah, relax your shoulders when you bring it down completely. And feel how tense you might have been or whatnot, and just release everything. Okay, let's do some leg stretches. You're gonna bend down and you're gonna do you're going to reach for your toes. You can, yes, possibly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And you can do this, and then now next you're gonna try to. You can either do a standing. I don't know if you can do this. Hold on. You know what? I'm just gonna count down from 10 seconds now. I'll do 15 seconds, so you can do your personal stretches, your legs, your arms. 14, 13, 12. By the way, if you're, I'm doing sideway lunges. Yeah, if you wanted to join. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just bring it back by shaking out your wrists, your ankles, twist them, turn your ankles around. Yep. Get your not your wrinkles, your ankles out. You roll your ankles out. All right, okay. Let's come back, and now let us go off into our breakout rooms and offer some gratitudes. So you'll be prompted to go off into a breakout room now. So if you do, then you can just click join, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Welcome back, everyone. And for today's sharing, I have the honor to invite up Dr. Michael and Maria Keeley, the Keeley couple. If you're able to.
There we go.
Awesome.
All
Can you hear
right.
me? Oh, yes.
Yeah, looks like I'm not allowing people to unmute. There we go. Got it.
Yes, you guys are unmuted now and we can hear you very
Good.
clearly.
All right.
Yes.
Well, we went to a retirement party of a neighbor as part of our Travel Messiah work. We have Chanbo, but we want to continue to develop that. And she had served as a nurse in the military. So we heard all kinds of stories of what had happened with people in the military in Vietnam and elsewhere. Stories of being shot down and battlefield situations. And this is quite a group of patriotic people. And it's really enlivening and special to be among them. So we had a very nice experience yesterday. One of the parents was 101 years old and doing well, sharp memory and so on. So it's just very wonderful to be with people like that. And yeah, I think that's my sharing. I'm grateful for that experience, and we look forward to getting to know them better.
Michael and I, we sometimes walk around in our neighborhood, and people come out, or we meet them on the street, and so we talk to them. And so we were walking, on one of those our walks on a good day, and a man came out from a house, and we started talking, and he said, "Oh, my wife, she's retiring from the army, and we are going to have a party on August 26th, and I would like to invite you. It starts at 2:00." And we were very surprised because it's very unusual that somebody comes out of a house and invites you to a party, which is 2 weeks ahead of time. But we were very impressed by the invitation, so we surely didn't want to miss it. And so we went there at 2:00, and we met his wife, and she looked very useful. She retired, so she was in the army for 30 years. And I'm sure experienced a lot of discipline, experienced a lot of tragedy in people's life. But yet, she was there to welcome us. She wore a beautiful red dress, and she brought us to a place where we could sit down. And she told us of this. Is this his father?
I think that's her father.
Yeah, this old man, being old, 101 years, and we wanted to make sure to meet him. So we had many wonderful conversations with couples. We met a truck driver and his wife and his daughter and granddaughter, and he told us about his experiences as a truck driver, and his wife, who has a cleaning job. It was very interesting to talk with them. And then we met another couple who were working now. The wife is working in a prison as a nurse. And so I was asking her about some of her experiences with prisoners. And he said, well, when prisoners are young, they want to get out quickly, and we want to help them to do that. But when they are old, they rather stay in prison, because if they go out, very often they don't have any family, and they are all on their own. So we got a little bit an insight in prison life, and also people in the army, how disciplined, what a disciplined life it is, and how strict the training is. So I was very grateful because I never experienced somebody who was in the army for 30 years or longer and is now working in a prison as a nurse. So I'm very grateful for this experience and to be able to share it with you. And we had a wonderful supper there. They made several dishes of meat and vegetables and fruit. So it was, and good drinks, lemon drinks and coffee drinks. And so it was a very wonderful experience. And we are very grateful for it.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing very thoroughly about yesterday. I know we were just talking about it. That was so beautiful. Thank you so much. And in the comments too, there's many comments. Yes, as to what everyone is grateful for today. Amazing. And let me read some off for you guys. It says, today the Boston Family Church is meeting for a final prayer at our building at 46 Beacon Street. I am grateful for 46 years in that very special building. From Mr. James Adderley, thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you, Boston Family Church, for your services as well and being such a great place for our members. Mrs. Carol Miyazaki, she says, I appreciate sharing my gratitude with Klofa Dishotel this morning. He is always an inspiration. Also very grateful for the morning exercises. Great way to start the day. Thank you. Thank you for sharing and appreciating everything around you. And Mrs. Pobans, I love Maria's very comfortable spirit. Yes, I know when she was sharing, I felt like I was listening to, I hope I'm not like age shaming or anything, okay? But I felt like I was listening to my grandmother tell her story and, like, oh, this happened and that happened. It's like, oh, it's so beautiful. All right. So with that, brothers and sisters, let us offer all of our gratitude up and the blessings we've been able to experience up to heaven. And I would like to invite up our very own Pastor Barbara Robertson to lead us in the Mother's Memoir reading and a reflection. So please help me welcome up Pastor Barbara.
Morning, everybody. Thank you for letting me share this morning. We're on page 18. A gentleman of the middle-aged European with ruffled hair is a gifted surgeon and founder of an international medical relief organization. Dr. Gino Strato from Italy is a surgeon and humanitarian whose work over the past 28 years provided emergency medical care for more than 9 million refugees and victims of war in the Middle East and Africa. A motherly woman with a sun-weathered face framed by a black hijab has brought thousands of young women hope. Dr. Sakina Yacobi of Afghanistan is an educator referred to as the Afghan's mother of education. She has worked in Afghan refugee camps for more than 20 years, helping refugees and displaced people resettle. She has risked her life to teach, encouraging people to hope for a better tomorrow, even in the face of enormous obstacles. In response to her award, Dr. Yacobi wrote to me in her clear handwriting, expressing her heartfelt gratitude. It is really, really wonderful. The award itself is really big. It's comparable to the Nobel Peace Prize. My life is in danger all the time. In the morning, I get up. In the evening, I don't know whether I will be alive or dead. Knowing that somebody values you in your work helps a lot. Also, I want to say to Mother Hak Jahan Moon that I'm really thankful to her because she gives me credit for what I do. It means a lot to me. Korea is a country that I admire because you have been to war, you have suffered, but with your determination, hard work, sincerity, and wisdom, you have accomplished a lot in a really short time. I hope and pray that someday my country can use your country as a role model. Putting her own life in danger, Dr. Jacobi continues to fight for women and children. While we are comfortably at home eating warm meals, many are being driven from their homes. Uprooted, they live in pain and anguish, their lives completely shattered. This is a time to bring this sad tragedy to an end. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so this morning, I just thought I would kind of flesh out these two Sanghak Peace Prize recipients a little bit, because, sometimes they're just like named on the page, so you can really feel like the heart. But one thing, I always love it. We have my co-pastor, Pastor Tony. He always when he gives a sermon, he always shares about how, nature reflects the principle, right? And how all things in nature line up. And it's just, I love those kind of sermons, But even more than that, I love it when we can see people who never studied the principle, but like it's in them, the principles in them. And I felt like when I was looking into these beautiful people this morning, that is what I saw. So the first recipient of the Sanghak Peace Prize that year was Gino Strato, who actually passed away. And thank you to the Imgard, or I'm not sure which of their couples sent it to me. They sent the links about these lovely people, but he died in 2021. But he was a man of peace, turning medical gestures into acts of equality and justice. That's one of the testimonies on his website. And he created this organization called Emergency, and then it provides free, high-quality medical care to victims of war, poverty, and landmines. So, which he founded in 1994, and now they've served over 12 million people in 20 countries. And this is a quote from him: "If any human being is in this precise moment suffering, or ill, or hungry, that is something that should concern all of us, because to ignore the suffering of a person is always an act of violence, one of the most cowardly." And I was really moved by that, because it really sounds like True Mother, that, when we see something, we should all be concerned about that. And he just, he was a surgeon, and he took the gift God gave him and used it to, end suffering in the world. And then, so Dr. Sakina Jacobi, is a woman who was raised in Afghanistan and then moved to the United States, was educated here, and then chose to go back to her home country. And which you think about, who would go back to Afghanistan? It's just had, decades and decades of war. There's like everything, so much is, missing there, because of they've just been in war for such a long time. And so she went back, and she founded the Afghan Institute of Learning, which she founded in response to the lack of education and healthcare in the Afghan people, and after facing decades of war and strife. And she says, "I pray for the day when the world sees more than the war, when they see the other side of Afghanistan. My vision for Afghanistan is a free country, a society where everybody is educated. Every single girl must be educated in Afghanistan. That is my dream. I don't have a small dream. My vision is big, has been big. and is going to remain big. I think that there is going to be a day that this country will rise up, and I am looking for that day. And actually just gives me like goosebumps. It's like mother, it's like mother could say that, like mother has the dream to save all 7.5 billion people in the world, and she doesn't, when, and it just reminds me like when, I was hearing the testimony from Africa, like, yes, it's great, but we should have done this years ago because, it's so desperate to save the world. And yeah, so I just felt very moved by these incredible human beings and the mother's heart that this is the time to bring the sad tragedies of the world to an end, right? And yeah, thank you for letting me share this morning.
It's so unfortunate that we still have to really fight for the girls' education and such. And so thank you for highlighting that and the relationship between Dr. Jacoby and True Mother and how grateful they are for one another. I think that's something beautiful to highlight. And so with that, brothers and sisters, let us, maybe go forward choosing some keywords and phrases as well and share that with one another. And when we come back, you can totally share in the chat box as well. So I know we'll be prompted to break off into breakout rooms. And so I'll see you guys in a moment. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a good sharing with everybody. For our public sharing, I would like to call on the Lepaukin couple, Ray and Mia Lepaukin, to share with us.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Yeah, I was appreciative that True Mother recognizes, I guess we can call it unheralded heroes, and giving credit to people who aren't always recognized. And sometimes I call them unsung heroes, and I think we have a lot in our church community, just many, many people who don't really have titles or prominent positions, but are out working on the front lines for decades, so many years. So I'm really grateful and appreciative to them as well. And I was recalling a speech by Dr. Bohi Pak that he gave many years ago, and he spoke about what is the most glorious position in the Army, and he asked the question, "What is the most glorious position?" This was kind of the title of his speech, and of course everybody's saying, "Oh, 3-star general, 4-star general." No, the 5-star general. And he said, no, the most glorious position is the foot soldier, the person who's on the front line, and they're dirty and smelly, and they're facing the enemy and facing death every day. And he said that's the most glorious position. And I'm just appreciative, and I think it's honorable that True Mother has recognized these people around the world who have given so much, but really nobody ever hears of them. So that was my takeaway from today.
Yes, thank you so much. My takeaway was the pledge was, uniting with spirit world and physical world. I really felt these people that what True Mother pick. They are truly, the serving the refugee camp as a surgeon and educators, and really because their determination and their spirit pushing them to be served this long time, right? And I felt myself, because of we met two parents and around the band principle, we go. So there's a difficult cause. Our spirit world, our ancestors, we are our ancestors' hero to really do this dirty work to get rid of our fallen natures, and to really, anyway, sometimes I don't understand, the witnessing and fundraising was, it was hard work, right? And anyway, we continue to follow our two parents and follow two mothers, try to do whatever our gift. Our sister gave us the ability to do something for God's providence. And then we have to keep doing it. That's my takeaway today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to the Lepaukin couple for sharing so sincerely. God bless. And for today, and then honestly, feel free to read through the chat box, everyone. It's awesome to be able to read what things stood out to everyone as well. Now, next, I would like to move on to the announcements. And for first up, I just want to mention that today is day 10 of the 21-day condition for preparing to attend a Subregion 1 Rebirth Workshop happening at the New Jersey Family Church. It's happening from the 8th to the 10th. So if you haven't registered yet, please do. One of the conditions to attend also is to watch the Master Key sermon. So if you haven't done so yet, I hope you will be able to find the time to do that. And next, we also have, the email link to Yasu and Pastor Takino for if you want to, if you have a song, or if you have one, or if you know that someone has a great testimony to share during Unshio, please have them forward their name or contact Yasu or Pastor Takino. And if you'd like to, share the morning session, the prayer visual, the mother's memoir session, any part of the morning segment, right, to anyone that you know, or you want to rewatch it, you can always find the recording on the New Jersey Family Church YouTube channel. Awesome. Now with that, I would like to call on Pastor Takino of Cheon Clifton Church for prayer or any additional announcements.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. So we are preparing two very important events. One for the next week. Coming next week, we like to celebrate True Father 11th Holy Ascension ceremony, and this time theme is let's celebrate the fruit of True Father's life and legacy. We are all brothers and sisters. We are fruit, especially America, the fruit. The True Father invest more than 40 years. So that's why we like to have a mini world culture festival. So please bring your culture food and let's share together. And today, I'm so inspiring CAP that Jake, that he want to invite a CAP member to training center weekend. And so more people coming to the youth member will join to the Cheon on prayer. That's very wonderful. So I like to invite Yejin, from the one of the CAP leader, Lockhart Park, not New York, Lockhart, New Brunswick. So I like to invite H.
Hi, good morning, brothers and sisters. Okay, so please join me in prayer. Dear most beloved Heavenly Parent, good morning. Heavenly Parent, I feel so much joy being able to be here in the Cheon one with you, with True Father. And I'm just so grateful for a community that strives so hard to listen to Mother and her inner heart. I'm so moved by our first gen who offer devotion every day, and it's my hope and my wish to see more young people here where your heart is, where Mother is really embracing us and welcoming us.
Yes, God.
And there's so much to repent for on behalf of young people. I know there's so much more that we can do for you and for True Mother and for this world, but it really starts with our own heart and our own efforts and sharing our joy and our heart with our friends and family. And I pray one day we can all find rest here in this prayer vigil, and also with True Mother and Cheon. So thank you, God, so much for this precious opportunity to connect to our community through this call. And we love you so much, and we want to offer everything to you, Heavenly Parent, and make you really proud of us. So thank you again, and I pray and report these things in the name of Yejinal, that our Dohi and Jinyoung, Stony Bless, family Aju.
June. Thank you, Yejin. And now, brothers and sisters, let us unmute and offer unison prayer for the next several minutes. 시작.
Good morning, Heavenly Parents. Thank you very much, True Parents, for this
Thank you, parents, and have your rose.
Thank you for this day. Grateful this morning for these testimonies of service, these testimonies of people
with
each other through Zoom, love, and to overcome
learning
more things. Part of one universal family.
United together, mother.
make this world become better place to live. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father.
Desire
United
of humanity.
as a whole. Now,
Our goal today, better job, family, our country and the world. The story of
Celebrated desire to be children of Philippines to be
I'm so grateful that we can
grateful that their work was recognized.
keep loving
For this upcoming meeting, understand your will
what you gave
more correctly and clearly. This effort to
Yes, so you tears so much
our family each of our children all the time. Maintaining the needs
make a difference. We can be transformed and motivated. Whatever wonderful love. Our original mind. We listen to you, we listen to your principles, the answers. We try to
our great
Thank you very much, my day.
Thank you that we can all we can separate ourselves.
부모님, 전 부모님 감사합니다. Thank you so much, everybody. And that concludes our Cheon prayer vigil for today. Thank you so much, brothers and sisters, for joining in and offering devotion every day. And have a great, blessed day. Happy Sunday. And we'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Yeah. Take care.
Yes,
Thank
thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Hey, Barbara.
Thank
Mr.
you,
Barbara.
Pastor Barbara.
And then, Bara, thank you very much.
Good morning, Mikasa.
Very much.
Have a great Sunday, everyone.
See you
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
Good
Oh, thank you very much. Bye bye.
You're welcome. God bless you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Have a wonderful
Thank
day.
you, folks, for
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Great day, you
Hey,
too.
Hi. Thank you. Hi.
Great day.
You.
I miss you. Thank you so much.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Naruh dia masih ada.
Thank you so much.
Masih ada mana?
Thank you.
Good day. Good.